Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. I want to give you guys a heads up that one of my viewers actually gave me a heads up about, in that a game has gone free forever on Steam. It's actually a somewhat notable game and a fairly well-received game. It went free forever in July of 2022. I don't recall if I ever covered this. I don't remember covering it, but it's actually a pretty decent game, a pretty well-received game, all things considered, that has gone free forever. So I thought I would give it a mention, and I doubt that a lot of you guys know about this because that user posted a comment on one of my videos, and then a ton of people responded to him being like, thanks, yo, I didn't know this was free, etc., etc. So we'll talk about that. That user did say it was for the 10-year anniversary of the game coming out. However, this has been free for since 2022, but I'll give a mention to that. The game is called Republic, and it's pretty interesting stealth action adventure game. So again, more on that in a little bit, and we'll go over some Steam game deals as well, some pretty good stuff across the board. So we'll highlight all of that in a little bit. But Republic is available for free, mostly positive reception on this one. 844 Steam user reviews, 77% positive. The game notes help a woman named Hope escape in a thrilling and topical stealth action game that explores the perils of government surveillance in the internet age. Yeah, given everything that's going on right now, I feel like this is very timely as well for me to cover this game as far as, you know, the thematics of the game and what it's covering. I just think that's interesting. I did not intend for that to be what I was doing, but you know what? If the shoe fits, why not wear it? Mostly positive reception, like I said, 844 reviews, 77% positive. And you can add it to your library for free right now. IGN gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Polygon 8.5 out of 10. So fairly well received, all things considered, so check that out. Alright, moving on from that, we do have some great Steam game deals that I do want to go over. Tales of Arise is 75% off for $9.99. They do have the Beyond the Dawn Deluxe Edition for 50% off for $39.99. Honestly, Beyond the Dawn isn't anything amazing. Like, I would get the base game, and then if Beyond the Dawn is super cheap at some point, maybe pick it up then. But Tales of Arise is a solid game, and generally speaking, it's probably the Tales of game that I would recommend most people to play to get into the series, just because it's got the newest visuals, it's got some UI improvements and quality of life improvements that some of the older games don't have, and I just feel like it's a pretty solid game. Narratively, it's fine, it's like even good, I would say, but it's not blow away. Like, it's not a Tales of Abyss, and the characters aren't as compelling as the characters in, like, Abyss, or even Vesperia's main character, Berseria, for example. Like, the characters are fine, they're serviceable, and I would even say they're somewhat likable, but overall, I wouldn't put it at the level of the best casts in Tales of games, but for $9.99, I think it's a good buy, and the visuals are great, the aesthetics of the game are great, and the soundtrack is always going to be pretty good. The opening for this game is awesome as well, so $9.99 for that, not a bad pickup. Dead Space Remake, 80% off for $11.99 as a part of the EA August sale. A ridiculous deal for the Dead Space Remake. It seems like we've been seeing this price a little bit frequently, but man, it doesn't take away the fact that it's an awesome, awesome price. Now, we are 2.5 years removed from the release of the Dead Space Remake, but man, I just feel like that 2.5 years has gone by so fast. You know, when this game was coming out, one of the major complaints was, you know, I want to play the game, but, you know, it's a remake of a game that's fairly short. $60 on PC. It was $70 on console. The price point, I think, pushed some people away, but now it's literally $11.99. You have no excuse to check it out if you never played Dead Space back in the day. Just play this. It's really well done. Expanded a little bit. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of, like, Isaac's redesign and whatnot, but I think it's fine. And look, you're getting into Dead Space for the atmosphere, the tension, the engaging gameplay, and I think all of that is absolutely there. Unfortunately, looks like Dead Space is going to hit the bench once again as a franchise. You know, we can't have nice things in the gaming world regularly. I should also say this game does have some stuttering issues on PC that I don't think have been remedied yet. My experience with the game was stellar, but I'm not going to be one of those, but if I didn't have any issues, that means nobody had issues. I'm not going to be one of those guys. Like, you might run into that, and for whatever reason, the game is Steam Deck verified. I've seen performance of this game on the deck. It should not be verified, in my opinion, but nonetheless, $11.99 on that. Red Dead Redemption 1, 40% off for $29.99. Y'all know how I feel about Red Dead. I am the residential Red Dead glazer. It is in my pantheon of the greatest games of all time. Red Dead 1 and 2 are both incredible. Red Dead 2 obviously came out 8 years after Red Dead 1, so it's going to be so much superior from a technical and world standpoint. But Red Dead 1 is great. Amazing main character, great story. You got Undead Nightmare in there as well, which is a great piece of additional content. Rockstar, if you're going to release a game every 3 million years, can we at least get expansions like Undead Nightmare for the games that you do put out? GTA 5 didn't get an expansion. Red Dead 2 didn't get an expansion. You know, I think those games could have used one, but nonetheless, $29.99 on RDR1. Obviously, for a game that's 15 years old at this point, kind of pricey, but what can you do? Detroit Become Human, 70% off for $11.99. Another game that I think would be pretty relevant in today's world, and I think the narrative would resonate with a lot of people. It's so funny, you know, games like Metal Gear Solid 2, games like Republic that I just talked about in Detroit Become Human, how narratively, you know, the aspects, I'm not too familiar with Republic's exact narrative structure, but Detroit, MGS2, those are games that are incredibly relevant to today's society, so to speak, in the sense of, you know, I think they would resonate with today's society. I'm not saying, you know, Detroit's gonna be our reality, but what I'm saying is I think it'll click with what's going on, and if you play it today, it'll be something you really enjoy. Visually great, narratively incredibly compelling. I do always say this with Quantic Dream titles. I highly recommend you to play the games blind. I do get it that people want their ideal outcomes in the story and whatnot, but I think for a Quantic Dream title and really any decision-based games, the biggest factor is the decisions having consequence, and if you look up a guide, you're alleviating all that consequence, so I would highly recommend you to go through the game blind and then, you know, circle back and play through it with a guide. Do whatever the hell you want to do, though. $11.99 for that is great. And then I do want to cover a couple of other titles, not deep discounts, but Witchfire is 20% off for $31.99. Now, Witchfire just got a major update in Witchfire Webgrave update. That's another significant update, adding a brand new region and more updates and content to the game. It is in early access, but it is seeing a brand new discount, 20% off for $31.99, 8,800 reviews, 92% positive. I've seen some comparisons to Remnant be drawn to this game, but got a really cool dark fantasy setting as well. I think it'll be right up the alleys of a lot of you guys. If you don't pick it up now, add it to the wish list down the line. Maybe pick it up. Remember, it is in early access, so ultimately it'll go up in price, but it's been in early access for almost a year now, and looks like it's making some progress, so that's good. And then Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is out now. 10% off for $22.49 as a launch discount, but this game is getting received incredibly well. Saw a lot of 9s and 10 out of 10s even. I believe an 85 on Metacritic, and very much a throwback. Done by Emu and the Game Kitchen. They've done some great stuff, so Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, if you're wanting a throwback action platformer, you'll definitely find it there with that. And Ninja Gaiden fans eating good. You got Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, you got Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out later this year. A good time to be into Ninja Gaiden and some ninja slaying action, so definitely a good pickup there. $22.49 on that. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Republic available for free. It's free forever. Check it out. I saw somebody commented, and yeah, thought I would mention that as well. And a lot of great deals available on top of that. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.